Today's topic is, does money actually make you more attractive? And as you can see by the thumbnail, my answer is kind of, but not really. Money comes with a lot of different connotations, and then there's people who are attracted to money for separate reasons. Today, I'm going to be talking about those reasons. But first, I want to talk about what's more important than money when it comes to attraction. The number one thing that's more important than money when it comes to attraction, not number one, there's a list, a myriad of things. Number one is physical health. Physical health is far more important when you're discussing attraction and attractive traits. Physical health is number one. Are you fit? Are you happy? Are you mentally sane? A lot more people are going to be attracted to people who are mentally sane, who have a good body, who have a really good physical base. That's more important. Secondly, intelligence. Are you coherent? Do you know how to progress? Do you know how to do things? Are you capable of things? These are all more important traits than just money. More people are going to value this over money, 9 times out of 10. Facial symmetry. A lot of people, this is just a baseline thing in almost every single culture. Is your face symmetrical? If the answer is yes, you're likely considered fairly attractive by not just Western standards, but global standards. And then you have confidence. Confidence is very important, not just for male or female, it's important for all people. Confidence is a trait that is exuded by people who have had success. Not just success in one realm or one field or one particular situation, but success in life in general. People just are more attracted by and to confidence. And then if you're a man, exceedingly important, height. If you're under like 5'4", things are pretty rough. You're not going to have a really good time finding a lot of girls who are shorter than you. And by Western standards, that's a very, very important trait. And the last thing I want to talk about that's not on here is that money is very culturally different, how it's viewed in different places among different crowds of people. In Europe and in Asia, money is important, but it's not necessarily the most important thing. In the Western society, we kind of assume money is the end-all be-all. And it is more important in our culture, specifically American culture. People like to idolize other individuals with money. And that's just something that's happened over years and years and years since America has been founded. People who have money typically have more power. And now I'm going to start talking about the type of person who is attracted by money and what comes with that. So the different person that is attracted by money is someone who typically is looking for a specific outcome. We'll talk about the connotations of it first. So the connotations of money, number one for most people is security. That's why most people seek to obtain as much money as possible and try to get quote unquote rich because they think it's going to make them more secure. And in some cases it does. It does make people more secure. Absolutely. That's a fair assumption. Another one is risk tolerance. Typically people with money are less adverse to risk in general. And I'm not saying that people with no money are adverse to risk, but it's two sides of the same coin, two sides of that same spectrum. If you're adverse to risk, you're likely not going to start a new business that might or might not work. You're likely going to choose the safe path, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just people who have a lot of money and people who have almost no money, their risk tolerance is usually considered fairly high. Now, this is where we start to talk about the type of person that is more interested in money than your average person. The type of person who's more interested in money is usually someone who values class mobility and social politics. That is something that's exceedingly important to people who find money as a necessary thing that they have to obtain by any means necessary. So if someone's looking for class mobility, they're going to be looking for someone, obviously, who has a lot of mobility, who can give them that class mobility, What class mobility means is if you're poor, you want to be middle class. If you're middle class, you want to be upper class. You're upper class, you want to be rich. If you're rich, you want to be super rich. That's class mobility. It doesn't mean every single rich person or every single poor person is in the social class and then they're stuck in that class, or every single person who likes and values money in a partner wants these two things. But that's what you're going to typically see in these types of people and in this type of archetype of person. So if you don't really care about class mobility, money is likely not at the top of your list. You probably just want someone who values the same things as you. The next thing is social politics. Money comes with connotations of power. You have influence. You have the ability to do things most other people can't and won't. And that comes with a whole different set of consequences. Some people who are looking for power and social mobility are always looking for money. And if you don't value that as an individual, that's likely not the person you want to attract anyway. You don't want to attract someone who just wants social mobility, who just wants political power. That's not a person you're probably going to mesh well with. So making money won't make you more attractive. It will make you more attractive to certain groups, but it also won't make you any less attractive. As long as you have a value system that is anchored in your own beliefs and doesn't just derive strictly off of money, you're likely going to benefit from making that money. But then there's a lot of people who don't benefit and they kind of misattribute money to attraction. That's never the case. Money is attributed to other things. Attraction is a very small portion of it. If you value safety, security, money's the way to go. If you value class mobility and social politics, people who are attracted to money will be attracted to you. If you don't value class mobility and social politics, likely look for people who aren't just attracted to money and not trying to get those things by any means necessary. That's pretty much it. Like what you saw, subscribe, and thanks.